I have been asked to playtest a game because the dev wants to release it soon. He says here the game should play without major bugs or crashing. He seems very confident about that. I just ran the game to make sure it runs on my system, and I immediately found a bug. Didn't even finish typing it before it broke, which means we have a lot of things to break. I want to find a major bug. This is not representative of the final thing. Starting from the menus. Territory controls here, you love to see it. The thing is, it kind of stops at jump. You cannot bind anything else. Now, when are you gonna need territory controls? Who knows, but it's there. Here's how you give good feedback. You don't make judgments on the thing. You don't say like, oh, I like this, I don't like that. How you give good feedback is saying, oh, this works or this doesn't work because blah, 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 blah. If you bind something to escape, it also takes it as like an escape action. So you also get booted back to the menu. And another thing, camera 1 is 1, camera 2 is 2, spawn press 3, then we jump on to 6, 7, haha, and then we go back down to 4. I'm gonna guess these are temporary, but I also can't help but notice that they're out of order and we are also missing 5. I'm also noticing there's no movement button rebinds. I'm guessing both WASD and arrow keys work, but I would like to be able to rebind them as well. So I'm gonna do the good old IJKL inputs on for the looking stuff. I wanna see if we can peer into the void. We only have 3 bugs so far, but we also have an entire new menu to explore. Immediate thing that pops out, there's no back button. If I press escape, it's like really exit the game, so if you press escape on that menu, it just exits the game. I would expect to cancel this window. Clicking on the cancel button does not work. Enter works. Also, that sword, that is touching the top bar. Angels. No angels available. The fact that this is not centered makes me think that they're... the stats are there, but they're invisible. Unlocks. Ooh, these are kind of juicy. Ooh, thing I noticed. It starts on the items tab, but the items tab here is not selected. It's also like 3rd in row. Off to the weapons here. This is kind of weird. This feels like text overlaid over the background, if that makes sense. What is Crusade? Okay, so Crusade is a game mode. Ooh, Stronger Demons. Immediately seeing this menu, I thought Stronger Demons was already selected. It's not immediately obvious to me that this is the checklist. With 7 things flagged, 6 bugs found, and the dev probably sweating ice buckets by now, or laughing because it's 6, 7. Why is this number everywhere? We have yet to find a major bug. I think it's time. We can play the video game now. Okay, maybe one more. I think having a map name, hover, maybe a little lore blurbs, that would work fairly well. Because right now, I'm just like clicking on a room and I have no idea what the room entails. And also, when I hover over it, it kind of stretches a little bit and hides the stroke there. But for real now. Oh, I clicked left mouse button and we are now locked in camera perspective. Choose a reward. Ooh, super juicy. Maybe put that a bit more upwards, because right now it touches the middle beam of light. Text here, common, very hard to read. This should probably maybe have collision. Not entirely sure. That's the best place to put the achievements. There's something going on whenever you pick up items. Ooh. Oh, clicking on the start screen causes you to acquire the angel. I would expect like the interaction in that menu to only happen with the buttons themselves. Slight like little brain tickling moment here. I wish you could rotate them. Spin, spin, spin. Hovering over the skip button over here, it makes it bold, and it being bold is just enough to push the right parentheses off the bounding box. What has occurred? Oh, I died. I have -5 HP. You died. You failed. You lose. In the middle here, big bold letters will work very well. Press some buttons just in case. That's not quite major. How am I supposed to punish this hubris without a major bug? I'm gonna find one. Is that free run? Legally speaking, it's not free run. What else is there? Oh, them coming through the wall like that. If they had like a special animation rather than walking through the wall, have a dark portal open wherever they like enter from, wherever they spawn from. Ooh, legendary. Very shiny, little rotating beam of light on the legendary. Like the center beam of light, it bleeds onto the side ones. This beam of light that I have my cursor over specifically, it makes it seem unintentional. I am dead. If you get too many achievements, it kinda does this and goes off screen. I think a scroll bar here would be nice. Once again, I cannot stress this enough. This is not even the demo. This is the playtest for the demo. What's that? Press E to open. Oh, something seems not entirely right with whatever that is in front. Okay, so here's the thing. The chests, they spawn open. This entire time, I thought that walking over them gives you items, but you need to actually interact with them. So in that case, I would expect them to spawn closed. Cheeky. Look at this. The item appears before you open it, which kind of ruins the whole surprise of rolling and pulling for this. The item here and the item here, they're vastly different qualities. The circle animation, though, holy juicy animation. Also, most stuff, it just kind of does this. It rolls around. But even then, all the bugs we're finding are not something game-breakingly major. We need something big. I'm trying to think, what else is there to test that I have not tried to break just yet? We've already established walls here. They're already done great. You cannot clip out. That would be a super major bug. The other thing I want to see, because I'm not entirely sure, I caught a glimpse of it. When you level up and your cursor is unlocked, your cursor disappears, but you are still locked. So you need to click again, unlock it, click again to relock it. This is not something major, it's just something that probably should not be there. Okay, so even when you do click on an item, it still does the same thing. This could be fatal, you know. You could kill a man like this. Do you want to kill people, Goo? Do you want to kill people? I mean, given the amount of demons that's spawning here, probably yes. Oh, yeah, there was also the look around thingy. Okay, this does not clip through the floor. Can we clip through the wall? We can clip through the wall. If you use the look functions, you can, in fact, peer into the void. Behold! The void! It's only at a specific angle. What have I found here? Wait, hold up. Yeah, look at that. There's a hole. Oh, and you get to see the enemy spawn. You kill enemies outside the playable area. I'm dead. Oh, there was a red gem there. That usually happens when there's enough XP thingy accumulated so that it doesn't just absolutely lag the game out. If you can shoot enemies through that and they drop XP outside the playable area, and then that XP accumulates on that, that's a major XP loss that affects the gameplay. I would chalk that down to a major bug. So, jokes on you, Guru. You said there's no major bugs. I have found one. You fool! You absolute buffoon! We've done it. We have located a major bug in this game. Maybe make bullets affected by this wall here, so they cannot pass through and go kill enemies outside the playable area. And at that point, the XP also becomes a non-issue because the enemies would not die there either. And with that, there's only one thing that hasn't been tested yet. We got a winner run. Oh, she's got a flamethrower as well. That's essentially magic. That is just free run. Come on, man. Come on. Holy flamethrower. I do like that. I do like that. Once again, I'm starting to realize, 4 at 3. I like fire a bit too much. It does seem like some enemies get stuck in the wall as they're trying to traverse into this dimension. I do really like the portal idea. Imagine if like there's a little spinning void hell portal thingy. Even if they get stuck, the portal would kind of cover them and it would just give the illusion that there's like the portals are now like more permanently open or something like that, and it would be like, oh, it's getting real. It's getting real. The portals, they used to only traverse them and then they would close right back up, but now they're just staying open, even if it is just enemies getting stuck on the walls essentially. You know what they say, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Ooh, 15 damage, 15% extra damage. Yeah, I love to see it. That's a lot of damage. So right now we have 2.5 minutes-ish left until find out what happens when we essentially win. Will there be a boss? Will we get to provide feedback on a boss fight? 48 seconds remain. Also, I know I said I'm not very much in the balancing numbers department in terms of feedback, but I think it would work better if like chests got more expensive as you go on. Prevent inflation. Because right now, I'm getting just major inflation. Okay, we have run out the timer and it's counting up now. We're going into an endless mode of sorts, I think. Oh god, it's the only lady. Is she unkillable? This has major Reaper at the end of the game vibes. At the same time, she does not seem that threatening. She's very, very, very slow. It adds to the menace. I do not want to be hit by her because slow-moving things tend to be super, super powerful. I am shooting the boss. I do see numbers going up when I shoot her. I'm not entirely sure if it does damage to her. Oh, she's left. Is that because I killed her? You can pretty much count the amount of enemies in the endless mode here on one hand. Like, there were a lot more enemies during actual waves. Also, all the chests here, we may need a maximum amount of chests. This is getting kind of ridiculous. Say somebody gets a super big mega run, goes up to like a half-hour overtime. Is the game gonna crash from the excessive amount of chests first? But yeah, again, balancing-wise, I think endless is a bit too easy. I don't even know if I've gotten a super powerful build. I just feel like regularly powerful, and I've gone up to 4 minutes of overtime, and I feel like I could keep going. I genuinely feel like I could keep going. Part of me I'm just keep going just to see both how many chests it takes to crash the game, and to see if they eventually become more of a threat. This is just our life now. Although every now and then they do get a hit. They do get a decent hit on me. But at the same... wait. I spoke too soon. Hey, there we go. I died. Okay, so they do scale up. I just want to point out that if there was no major XP loss bug, I could have gone on for 20 minutes. So you better fix this good. I was gonna end the video here, but it took me so long to make this into a video that the demo not only has released, but most of the bugs that have been shown in this video have in fact been fixed. Go play it!